is entitled Fun and Games. Sometimes Princess Eldo loved being a princess. Sometimes she didn't like today when her father had guests for lunch, and she thought it was going to be very boring. Luckily for Princess Eldo, the president had bought her daughter, and she sat at the lunch table next to Eldo. She was good fun, and they giggled together and ate cake. After lunch, the two princesses were allowed into the garden to play. Eldo took Sarah's hand and they ran behind the flower bushes. It was very muddy. They were going to get in such trouble. The girls could see tiny footprints in the mud. Sarah put her finger to her lips and begged for Eldo to follow her. They creeped through a tiny hole deep into the bushes. A little rabbit sat in front of them, cleaning its paws. "Well, you took your time," it said crossly. "I thought you were never going to find me. Do you want to play or what?" The girls gasped, but nodded. Earlier, soon they were having such fun chasing the little rabbit around the roots and branches. Before they knew it, it was time for tea. After they had a pat of course. The end. Let's read another one. Have you ever gasped at a rainbow and wondered where it goes to? Princess Corlotte always did whatever one appeared at her window on a sunny but rainy day. On one of those days, Corlotte was playing in her room when she heard a tap, tap, tap on the glass. To her surprise, a tiny little man was outside. "Follow me," he said. Princess Corlotte opened the window and climbed out. The little man took her hand, and together they soared up into the sky, climbing high into the clouds. The rainbow was amazing. It smelt of all of Corlotte's favorite things: milkshake and grass and her mother's perfume. Every step they took made a twinkling sound and realized little sparkles of color everywhere. As they reached the top of the rainbow, Corlotte gasped. It was a fairy ground land with music and balloons and lots of other princesses whirling around on the rides. What fun! All too soon, the little man took Corlotte's hand and said they had to go. The rain had stopped and the rainbow would disappear, but now Corlotte can't wait for those special sunny, rainy days. The end. Let's read another one. Practice makes perfect. Princess Lily was cross. She was learning new ballet steps, and she couldn't get them right. wish I had a fairy godmother or some magic dancing shoes, she grumbled. But do you know what? She didn't even thought. She wished and wished no fairy appeared to wave her magic wand. Her boring ballet shoes stayed in the corners where she had thrown them. At her next ballet lesson, Mrs. Live asked Princess Lily if she had been practicing. No, she admitted grumpily. The steps are too hard. Miss Live carefully explained the steps again. Then she waved her baton in the air and counted in time to the music. Just follow me, she said to Lily. Back at home, Lily unpacked her bag and was going to throw her shoes in the corner again. Instead, she put them on and began to practice the steps she had learned. Gradually, they got easier and easier as Lily concerned and remembered what Miss Live had shown her. Her shoes grew lighter on her feet and the steps floated without her trying. Perhaps Miss Live was a fairy godmother after all. The end. Let's read another one. All changed. Princess Gorona was excited. It was the day of the grand royal ball, and she had a whole new outfit to wear. She tried it on and admired herself in the mirror. It was stunning. As the guests arrived, Lorna looked out of the window. Oh, one of them was wearing the same tiara. That would never do. She quickly changed hers and ran downstairs. Halfway down the staircase, she spotted another princess wearing the same gloves as hers. No way! She ran back upstairs and put on a different pair. As she crossed the hallway, she saw a very important guest wearing the exact same shoes as she had chosen. Grrr! She quickly ran back and grabbed another pair from her royal wardrobe. Poor Lorna. The next princess she saw was wearing an exact necklace, and another one had on matching earrings. She became very cross indeed. She did not want to wear the same as anyone else. She wanted to look special. Finally, Princess Lorna externed the ballroom. Her mother looked at her and gasped, "Why, Lorna, has special your outfit is. You will surely be the belle of the ball." The end. A secret princess. Once upon a time, there was a girl called Bethany, who was very unhappy. She lived with her wicked stepmother, who spent all the family's money on her own daughter. There was no money left for Bethany, so she had no shoes and clothes that were too small. She was left alone all day long, and her only friends were the mice under her bed. One day, Bethany was so sad that she decided to run away. She creeped out of her room and fell to the dark forest. When she couldn't run no farther, she sat on a fallen tree and began to cry. To her surprise, a red tear that fell turned into a diamond. When it touched the ground, a magnificent stag walked towards her. "You must be a princess," he explained. Bethany did not know what to think. Then the stag asked if she would do him a very kind favor. "If you cry your diamond tears onto my back, it will break the magic spell. When the tears touch the stag, he will transform into a handsome prince." He invited Bethany back to his palace, and she had all the shoes and clothes that a princess could wish for. The end. Let's read another one. Fit for a king. Today is King Antonio's birthday. His little girl, Amelia, has baked him a cake. Cook has helped her, of course. It is a large, gooey chocolate cake on a special platter. Emily isn't happy. With the cake. "It doesn't look very fancy," she explains. "It is supposed to be fit for a king." Cook promised she will show Amelia how to make it look extra special. Cook takes some scissors and paper out of a drawer and hands them to the princess. She tells her to cut out a heart shape. Amelia looks puzzled. The cook puts the paper heart on top of the cake, but that's rubbish. Amelia wails. "It looks even worse than it did before." Cook tells her to be patient. "Now for the finishing touches," says Cook. She takes a can from the cupboard and shakes it really hard. Then she sprays a golden shimmer over the whole cake. "Wow," says Amelia, "but it isn't finished yet." Cook lifts off the paper heart to leave a perfect shape underneath. Then she adds lots of chocolate buttons around the edge. Made with love and fit for any king, they agree. The end. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.